Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mayor Billy Knight. I'm so happy today to talk to you on our River City Chat. You know, I don't have too often I don't have the opportunity to have our Chief Davis here, our fire chief, here with us. Today is important because we need to talk about this tropical storm that we see brewing out there. But before we get into that, Chief, I just want you to know how much we appreciate you, man. You know, how much value you brought to our city, and I want you to know how much I appreciate the leadership that you providing for our young people over there in the fire department. So on behalf of the people of Moss, I want to thank you for all that you've done.
Very welcome. It's good to be here. Sure.
Chief, we're getting ready for this storm this weekend. Today is Wednesday, the week of the storm. So I just want people to kind of have a parameter where we are, because I don't know when you'll be seeing this video. So we're in Wednesday now, and it's projected through Saturday that we're going to have some terrible weather. So, Chief, tell us what you know about where we are at this point and what we're projecting out that could happen.
Well, Mayor, it's good to be here, and thank you for having me come in to say something to the people. We at Moss Point, we always want to stay ready where we don't have to get ready.
Yeah.
So as of right now, this tropical system is going to produce a lot of rain. Mm-hmm. So if you're in a lowland area, a flood area that's prone to flooding, it's good to make sure that you prepare and do the things you need to do to get ready now.
What are some of those things that they might consider doing now, even though we may be a couple of days out from it, and that's why we're doing this now, to give you enough time to get ready.
Most definitely. So it's calling for, anywhere from 4 to 6 inches, per day, over day, for the next 2 to 3 days. Which, that's something that we deal with from time to time. Mm-hmm. But since this is a tropical system that's in the Gulf, and the Gulf is very warm, we want to make sure that we are prepared. Mm-hmm. So in preparation, you can put stuff that's low in the house, put it up where it can't get wet. Mm-hmm. If you have some access to sand, we don't have any sand destination set up yet. Not because we're not prepared, but because it hadn't came to that level yet.
Right.
So as it progress, we'll progress. Right. But it's some stuff that you can do on your own right now. Identify whether or not you're in a flood zone. Yeah. That way you won't be surprised if you begin to flood. Right. A lot of areas flood that don't happen to be in a flood zone when a lot of rain come in. That's so right. It's just good that you prepare, and now is the time to prepare.
Yeah, just because you're not designated as in a flood area, with the amount of water that we're expecting, you can expect to be flooded. So we're saying get prepared for that. Don't worry about what the status is right now. Well, I'm not in a flood zone. No, we're telling you, for the amount of water that we expected to fall, you need to start doing whatever you can to prepare for that. Now, I will be doing some short videos as things happen differently, like the sand. If we get to a point that we got to have sand, then the chief will let me know, and I'll do a brief video just to put out there to let you know, where the locations are, where you can pick them up, those kind of things.
Most definitely, Mayor. And I need to applaud you and tell you it's really been great working with you as far as wanting the people to know ahead of time. Yeah. A lot of times what happens, and we can see it all across the nation, is because people don't know. They're not prepared. They're not given a heads up. And I like always staying ready where we don't have to get ready. And I believe here in Moss Point it's getting to the point where people are aware. Yeah. It's hurricane season, so therefore some more preparation with the lowland areas or prone to flooding. Get stuff up from the first floor and put it up off the floor just in case water come in. Park your vehicles in a place where the water is not going to get low. Protect your pets. If you have pets, some pets are outside, so make sure that they're not in a flooded area. So it's things that we can do to make sure that we're ready.
Well, Chief, I'm trying to take your lead because, you say let's stay ready so we don't have to get ready. Mm-hmm. So we ought to stay ready all the time. Have that grip packed if you need a grip pack. Right. And do all these other things at your home to get your home fortified so you can be prepared. So if you have to rush away, you ain't got to hurry and try to get things together. So you're always thinking ahead to try to get these things done so you don't have to rush. So when you rush, you make mistakes, you leave things, you just can't remember.
That's true.
When you're doing it in a rush.
That's true.
So we're trying to give you enough notice so you can have time to plan and get these things in place. Now, we're learning from what happened down in Kerr, Texas.
Yeah.
You know, that's right in our face that we remember what happened there.
Yeah.
That those people weren't quite prepared and didn't have the warning.
That's right.
That they ought to. So we're trying to be more proactive about that now.
Most definitely. And a lot of people might say, well, this is going to be something small. Well, we here at Moss Point believe when there is something small, it get our mind thinking for something big.
Yeah.
So therefore, if we prepare now, we in hurricane seasons, I often tell the firefighters, make sure you pack your extra bag because you never know when you might have to stay over for a hurricane. Right. So I tell us as citizens of Moss Point, let's make sure that we stay ready. And the mayor had a very good point. You know, do the things you need to do now when everything is calm. Therefore, we won't be rushing when stuff starts getting rough.
Well, you heard it from our chief, and I want you all to be ready so you don't have to get ready. And I want everybody to be safe out there. So have a good day. Let's choose community.